morning, boys and girls. Remember me, Emmy? I'm your teacher's friend. So glad to be back. I've been out in the field studying my insects. I hope you remember our last lesson. Good. Well, let's get started on our next one. I want you to think about, we talked about insects. Now, what makes an insect an insect? I want you to think about it. What does it go through? Correct. Metamorphosis. Remember we talked about insects go through metamorphosis. Now tell me, what does metamorphosis mean? You've got it. That means they change. They go through a process where their bodies change. Now let's think about, we talked about the butterfly. Think about the first stage that it goes through. By golly, you've got it. It starts off as an egg. Remember, we talked about it starts as an egg, and we talked about places that you may find it. I know at Crestmont you have an outdoor classroom, which is your garden, and you've gone out there with your binoculars and you've looked for all types of different living things out there. And I think you may have seen some eggs before. After the egg, what happens? What does it change into? What is the metamorphosis process after the egg? Can you guess it? You've got it, boys and girls. It's a larva stage. So it kind of looks like a caterpillar, the larva. Now, I showed you some larvas last week, no? And I had you write about it. I said to start a journal and write about the things that you saw. I'm going to show you them again and see how they've changed. Okay, look here, boys and girls. What do you notice about these things? The larvae, remember, these are butterflies. Look at them closely. Look closely. And see what you notice from last time you observed. Yes, they've gotten bigger, haven't they? Why do you think they've gotten bigger? You've got it! Down here, that's their food. And so they just munch, munch, munch all day long. And they're eating and eating and eating, and they're getting bigger and bigger. Think about why you think they eat all day long. Yes, so when they morph into the next process of a pupa, they can't eat during this part of their life, the pupa stage, and so they need to eat and eat. You made a connection, kind of like when mammals hibernate, they've got to eat and eat, so when they hibernate, they have enough food stored. So look at these. Make your observation, write what you see, and then I'd like you to make a prediction of the next time you see them, what you think they'll look like. There's a great observation, boys and girls. Look at that one. Get longer and fatter. I also noticed they were at the bottom last time, and now some of them are making their way up to the top. Notice that. So after the pupa stage, do you recall what is the next stage of life, the next cycle? Yes, an adult. I cannot wait to see these change into an adult butterfly. I bet they are going to be gorgeous. Now, remember, what makes an insect an insect? We talked about the characteristics. What were they? Yes, they all have to have antenna. Great job, that's part of its body part. What's another one? Yes, you guessed it. Wings. So insects have antennas and they have wings. What else do they have? Yes, they have a thorax and an abdomen. Those are the characteristics of an insect. They also have what else? Yes, 3 pairs of legs, which makes 6 in total. All right, boys and girls, I want you to write in your journal about the observations you made about these larvas. And we'll come back next week and see how they've changed. Have fun!